Hello everyone, my name is Rick Passek, the FlyFish Fanatic, and welcome to my tying bench. Today we will be tying a little jig head leech. I'm using the insta jig heads from Hareline in this to help it be a little bit more balanced. So great little fly. Had extreme success with this thing over the years. Without these heads, I used to just use a regular bead head. Now these and these just make it just sit a little bit different. So let's get going. So hopefully I sound better now. I put my teeth in. Yeah, I got false teeth. So gonna start in the vise. We've got a Hends BL200 a big game jig hook. Like I said, these are the insta jig heads, 532 tungsten black. I'm going to be using Semperfli NanoSilk in black. I'm going to be using some Hends Marabou in black. I'll be using some of Stu Thompson's Darkwater dubbing. I can't remember the name of this color, but it's the black red mix. And then I'm going to be using some CDC in this red, just as a highlight at the front. So okay, like it's fairly simple tie, extremely effective, super heavy with that bead head. If you want to get this down even faster, you can add some underbody weight. I never found that you need to. I actually like fishing through the water column on the way down. So all I'm going to do is make sure that bead is sitting correctly. So I'm just going to hold it like that. I'm going to put my fingers right up against it, and then I'm going to tie with my thread right up against it, just to create a little bit of a bulb to keep it in the right position. So I'm just putting a dam in behind it, that's all. Just to make sure. There we go. Now it won't move. So I'm just going to put just a thread base back to where the barb would be. Then I'm going to take my Marabou and I'm going to take about 2 finger widths off of the stem, and I'm going to peel and fold, peel and fold, peel and fold. Usually 3 times is usually what I like. So there's my little package. So now I'm going to just take it and get closer to there. I'm going to cut off all this fluff. I don't need it, don't want it. It just adds bulk. Just going to lay that right there. Tie that in. Keep it on top of the hook shank. And then once you get back to where your barb would be, lift, go under, lift, go under. Okay. And then I want it about the length and a half of the body. So about there. I'm going to pinch it and just pull it off. Don't cut it. You want it to look natural. Right? Nothing in nature is cut straight. So then, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm going to take some of the Gala and red blend from Semperfli. I'm going to put just a couple of strands on it, just a couple. I don't want a lot of flash in it, but I do want some. So I'm taking 2 strands off. Where's my scissors? There we go. 2 strands off, and I double it up. Come back forward, just lay that down. Have this coming down one side. Go back quickly. Have this laying down the other side. And she's done. Hold that back. Just cut slightly long when you're pulling tension, slightly longer than the tail. Okay. So now I'm going to take and make a dubbing loop. Come all the way back with my dubbing loop. Come back forward. Put on my dubbing spinner. And then I'm going to take some of this Stu Thompson Darkwater dubbing. pretty good healthy chunk of it. I don't want to run out. You can always pull it off. And I'm just gonna, I don't know if you guys can see, I'm just gonna pull and stack it, pull and stack it. Just I want the fibers going in the same direction as much as possible. So there, stick that in, and then I'll pull it out along the dubbing loop here. Just like so, and then just give her a good spin. Another good spin. Usually I like churning my vise and just giving it a spin down here, and then I can just sit there and spin, right? And that's good. So now I'll take my little popsicle stick dubbing brush, pull it out. The other thing that works really well with this Darkwater dubbing is these little barbecue brushes, these little metal barbecue brushes. They work really well with this Darkwater dubbing. So I'm just going to start right at the back, making sure I have touching wraps all the way forward. And one more right behind that bead. Tie that off nicely. Cut off my excess. And then I'll take my, I'll use this brush this time to show you guys. Actually worked the Edmonton Boat and Sportsman show. We had a fly tying booth there, and Stu was there, and I watched him tie some of his flies with this, and he was using these barbecue brushes all the time, and it really helped just fluff it up. This stuff is so super soft. It's kind of crazy how soft it is. So now I'm gonna make a dubbing loop. Just leave that sit. Put my dubbing spinner back in. I've already prepped a CDC feather in my clamp. Put it in my clamp. Just get a hold of it. I don't want a lot of it. Actually, no, I'm gonna have to redo that. Some of it popped out. It was not enough. So let that sit. I'll grab another set. So all I'm doing is taking it off of one side. Just for those that don't know, you just kind of clamp on, and then you just cut off that center stem, and then that's what you're left with. So stick that back in again, try that again. I didn't have it in the loop properly. Eyesight's going. There we go. Pinch, give it a good spin, let it go. Give it a good spin, let it go. So now I'm just going to wrap and pull back. And I don't want a lot here. I'll put all this on, but then I'll probably pull some of the longer stuff up. So hopefully this is okay. The battery died on me, so I have to change the battery, so I'll have to do some editing here, but hopefully I can get it going well. So yeah, so like I said, I just put that on, make sure my dubbing loop is tied off well, cut off my dubbing loop, get my whip finishing tool. I like doing 2 sets of whip finishes, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nip that off, and then what I will do is I'll take just with my fingers and just lay this back, and I don't want anything going past the body really, so I'll just pull some of these longer CDC fibers off. Right, I just want this when it's wet, just to be like a little whiff of the red in there. That's it, right? So even some of this bulkier stuff at the front, just pull that out, and she's finished. There is your balanced jig. This is like a Like I said, it's the Darkwater dubbing, and this stuff moves like you wouldn't believe, and this will sit balanced like that. So, alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed that one. Give that one a try. That's definitely an absolute killer in the lakes in BC and Alberta. We've done really, really well with this one under the indicator. This is not so much of a pulling fly, at least not. I tie a fly almost identical as a pulling fly, but a stripping fly, but I don't tie it on a jig hook, obviously, and don't tie it. This is like making it balanced. So obviously this is for under an indicator. So okay, hope you guys enjoyed that. Give her a thumbs up if you did. If you subscribed, thanks. If you have not, please consider doing so. And yeah, don't forget my book, the Freshman Fly Fisher's Beginner's Guide, is now on pre-order on Amazon, and will be available in December. That's when it's on pre-order right now, but it released in December. It's updated from the 2007 original, so a lot of new information and stuff. And then my insect guide will be going up hopefully early in the new year. So, Thailands, everyone.